Good morning, great Americans. It's another great American video from Kentucky and the Great American Real News Links site. It is March 15th, 2025, and I just have one thing to say. Get angry. Get amazingly angry. If you're a Trump supporter, you should be angry as hell as what DOGE has uncovered about the Democrats and Congress. That probably includes rhinos too, right? And uh, and and if you're a Democrat, you need to wake up, pull your head out of your ass, and get angry along with us and people like Tulsi and RFK. There's an old saying, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it has to do with the stages of grief, right? You ever heard about that? There's denial, and then there's anger, and then there's sadness, and there's all these different stages of grief, right? I've discovered I just yesterday and today I have gone through something inside of me for the very first time in my life. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if there's a clinical name for it or what, but I have gone from being angry about what DOGE has uncovered to being super seething angry with rage. The more I think about it, I don't know why, but I was thinking about it last night, and a whole, it's for some reason, just thinking about it brought my rage and anger up to an entirely new level. And here's why. The very thought, and we've been talking about our nation being trillions of dollars in debt for quite a while now. And in recent times, it has just gone insane. The debt, right? The money we borrow on a daily basis, the government borrows, it has now got the debt so bad that it is a clear and present danger to the sovereignty and the security of the United States. Our debt has almost reached paying paying the interest on our debt, which by law we have to do. So every year we have a budget, right? And so you have defense spending, you have like uh, other spending and different things that the federal budget spends money on, right? National security, military, social programs, whatever. You know what a budget is, right? By law, we have to also pay the interest on the debt every year. Not paying down the debt, just the interest on the debt. Okay, it has gotten to the point where the interest on the debt takes up such a huge hunk of the federal budget that it's now that they're raising. It's insane. It's like almost reached the level of the military spending. It's like having two militaries, right? So what I'm trying to say is the debt is insane. We borrow so much money, it's insane. And now you think about that. You think about what that costs you and how it hurts you personally, how it hurts the economy, and how your children and your grandchildren and their grandchildren are saddled with trillions of debt because the government overspends. You think about that, and then you think about what DOGE has uncovered with just giving billions away for DEI training in Korea or 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 transgender puppet shows in Zimbabwe or all this filthy, this insane shit. And they did this knowing that they are borrowing. We spend more than we. How can anybody with any sense of morals or conscience or ethics vote for sending billions of dollars to unknown people around the world for transgender theater and DEI sensitivity in Tibet. And this, could you, I feel it's so, Congress has knowingly put your grandchildren and your great grandchildren in crushing debt, all so they can throw this money out to insane things. And most of the time, that money is getting laundered and regurgitating and coming back to them. And that's why Congress people become millionaires. And everybody's wondering, like, how do you become how do you become a millionaire on a congressperson's salary? I mean, you take a dopey moron like AOC, who was a bartender, and somehow she gets lucky and bumbles her way into being a congressperson. And within a few years, she's got millions. What? How does that? She ain't smart enough to. Do you understand how angry you should be? Do you understand how criminal that is? What they have done. Let me put it in some perspective for you. Let's say you're a mom or a dad and you've got, small family, got a couple kids or something, and you're in trouble. You're in deep financial trouble. Your bills, you can't pay your bills every month. You've maxed out your credit cards and you're like in trouble. And then one day you find out that one of your kids or maybe your spouse has taken out more credit cards in your name that you don't know about and has tapped them out, and they spent all the money on crap. They spent it on popcorn, or maybe $1,000 pair of shoes, right? Or something, right? Candy, chocolate, or something. And you're already in crushing debt, and you find out that your family member has now tapped out $50,000 worth of credit cards, maxed them out to buy candy, right? Or toys. How pissed would you be? Well, why don't you take that and multiply it by umpteen trillion? And that's what these bastards have done to us, man. And that is what DOGE is uncovering. And the Democrats have the fucking nerve, after acting with such immorality and unethics and malfeasance of office, have the nerve to attack him for exposing their criminal behavior. You should be so fucking angry. The American people should rise up and the Democrat Party needs to be eradicated. That's it. They were the cause of slavery. They were the cause of the Civil War. They were the cause of Jim Crow. They were the cause of segregation in the South. Today, they're the cause of sexualizing children in schools. They're the cause of mutilating children's genitals in the name of transgenderism. And now this. These fucking bastards, these Democrats, are criminals to the core, and they are fucking evil to the core, and that party needs to be eradicated. I don't give two shits about a fucking Democrat, and I tell you what, man, anybody who still argues in favor of the Democrats is nothing but a degenerate piece of fucking shit. And I'm sorry if you don't like my language, but that's what it comes to. I still can't get past the very thought that, knowing that we are $40 trillion in debt, I mean, I don't think most people can wrap their head around that number. But knowing the debt we're in and the crushing effect it is having throughout, you know, every like tentacles throughout every aspect of America, the economy and everything, and prevents us from doing many good things that we need to do. And that in that much debt, that these people still would have the nerve to borrow more money and more money so you can send $20 billion here and there and everywhere for a gay puppet show in the Baltics, right? Or for condoms for ISIS. Remember that one? And every day the DOGE website is listing more and more. And then the Democrats have the nerve to attack DOGE for exposing them. Man, you need to be so fucking angry. It's unbelievable. You need to be. And that Democrat Party, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to repeat myself. They wanted slavery. They caused the Civil War. They created the KKK because they lost the Civil War. They created the Jim Crow laws. They created segregation in the South. And today, like I said, they sexualize kids in schools with grooming and gay flags and transgenders and freaky teachers with purple hair and nose rings telling their kids about their gay lovers. They can't teach them to read or write, but they can sure teach them that they need to change their pronouns. Right? And then this is the final straw, how well we have uncovered of how they throw more and more money. Even though we're $40 trillion in debt, they still throw away money. Get fucking angry and eradicate that goddamn Democrat Party. Those people are the manifestation of evil in America today. I guess now that brings me to my second point. So, what set me off to make this video, man? Well, just thinking about that last night brought me to the brink of making this video. And then something I saw today just sent me over the edge. So this is a little bit of a different topic, but it still has to do with Democrat corruption and fake news. This fucking, and this is it today. If you don't like bad language, then you better not listen to the rest of this. You've got the point, so you can turn off the video because I'm about to rip this Seth Moulton, Democrat from Salem, Massachusetts. This Seth Moulton, Moulton, Democrat from uh, Massachusetts. This fucker is a piece of shit, pure and simple, a liar and a pig. He used to serve in the United States Marine Corps, which just goes to show you that even a sick, disgusting pig can wiggle his way into the Corps. And he is a stain, a shit stain on the fucking honor of the Corps in this country. This motherfucker was on CNN the other day because Trump was talking about terrorist attacks on Tesla factories. Right. And that's technically what it is because it's all political. When you have groups of people, marauding groups of violent people attacking things in the name of politics, that's terrorism. Right? Is that the definition of terrorism? This fucking piece of shit, Seth Moulton, got on CNN the other day, and he tried to say that Trump was a terrorist because he said that Trump incited people to kill police officers on January 6th in order to overthrow the government. You know, I can't say it. I can't say it because I'll get in trouble. That fucking Seth Moulton needs to rot in fucking hell for eternity. this entire, and by the way, I'm going to put a link to a video I made about fake news and Orwellian doublespeak. I speak about how fake news builds on fake news, and then it builds on fake news, and it uses previous fake news as a foundation to add more fake news. So the first fake news here in this whole thing that he's trying to say is that Trump somehow instigated a riot or an insurrection, which is a lie. It was a lie from the beginning. He told everybody to remain peaceful. He never instigated anything. That's a sick fucking lie. There was no insurrection. There was a big protest, and yes, some people got rowdy and out of hand and broke a couple of windows, right? But when you see the video of the people walking around inside, they're peaceful, right? The cops are showing them around, blah, 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 blah. So this narrative about an insurrection and Trump causing it is a lie. It's a sick fucking propaganda lie, and it was done for the reason to try and keep Trump out of the election. There's an old law that says if you're involved in an insurrection, then you cannot run for office, and that's what the whole propaganda lie was about, to try and keep Trump off the ballot. There was no insurrection. But yet, here is this disgusting lowlife pig, Seth Moulton, trying to use this lie, this proven lie, to delegitimize what Trump is saying about terrorist attacks on Tesla factory. He's like trying to say, well, Trump is a terrorist because he incited an insurrection and told people to kill police officers. He never told people to kill. That's a fucking lie. Only one person was murdered that day. And they were murdered by a fascist, coward, piece of shit Capitol police officer whose life was never in danger. And he killed a woman, an Air Force veteran who was just out for the day to practice her God-given right to protest. She was unarmed. She was a woman. She presented no danger to him. And he shot her down in cold blood. Yeah. What happened to the people who defend women? What happened to all the people who always get mad at police shootings? That motherfucker got away with cold-blooded murder. I watched the film. I'll put a link to the video. This dude is standing behind a door. The woman is on the other side of the door. There are police coming up behind the woman. The man was in no danger at all. She didn't have a gun. She wasn't pointing a gun. She wasn't doing anything. He was hiding on the other side of the door around the corner, and he stuck his gun around the corner and just shot her in cold blood. Nothing ever happened. He was never sent to trial. She never got any justice. But that's what happens when these fascist fucking Democrat pigs are in power. They will shoot and kill anybody. They will break any law. They will silence you. They will delete you. They will cancel you. Hell, they canceled Trump. Let's not forget that it wasn't that long ago that Trump was not even allowed to be on YouTube. He wasn't even allowed to be on Facebook. But this pig, Seth Moulton, you're a filthy. He's never going to hear this, but if he does hear it, you're nothing but a fucking pig. Fuck you. Fuck you for accusing Trump of something he never did in order to cover up from the terrorist acts of the degenerates who vote for you and your degenerate, sick Democrat Party. Yeah, I'm fed up, man. And every American should be. Every American should be. I tell you this country will not advance to greater things as long as this fascist, filthy, sick, evil Democrat Party exists. We need to do to the Democrat Party exactly what Germany did to their Nazi party after World War II. They outlawed it. Just period. So Germany is pretty much a free country, not quite the same as us, but they're a free country, and you can have political parties. It's not like a communist country; it's a free country, political parties. But because of their singular experience with one party, the Nazi Party, they said there's an exception. They have a built-in exception to the rules of freedom and political freedom, and that exception is that the Nazi Party and the symbols are outlawed in Germany. Well, what about our uh, singular experience with the Democrat Party? These dudes were the party of slaves. Slavery. They fought to keep slavery legal. It was the first Republican president Abraham Lincoln, who freed the slaves and then had to fight a civil war to defeat the Democrats and the slave states. And then when the Democrats lost, what do they do when they lose? The same thing back then that they still do today. They cheat and break the law. They created the KKK to terrorize blacks, right? Jim Crow laws, the segregated South. This is all Democrat Party. This is the history of this disgusting lying party. They've cheated in elections. And today they do horrible, immoral, unspeakable things to children in the operating rooms. They are the party of murdering the unborn. There is no evil that these fucking bastards have not stooped to in the history of the United States, and it's goddamn time for the United States to do to the Democrat Party what Germany did to the Nazi Party, and that is eradicate it and outlaw it because of our singular. The Democrat Party has done nothing but wrought evil and hardship and pain on black people and Americans in general for over 100 years. Well over 100 years. And that's the message today. Be angry. Be angry, especially at this latest thing. When you think about this money thing, and I won't say it again, I think I made my point. Be angry, because you need to be. And stay fucking angry. We are in a war. Folks, we are in a civil war between good patriotic Americans and this filthy, degenerate Democrat Party. And don't you dare sit on your ass and think, oh, Trump won, now he's going to fix everything. No. Trump winning was just the beginning. That was the first victory in a long-term civil war. And the left is, believe me, the left is fighting this war on every level and strata of American society that you can think of. From national politics, so we won that one, state politics, local politics, school boards, media, Hollywood, the boardroom of companies, and all this DEI shit and woke crap and everything that's permeating now into the boardrooms of companies and human resources departments. Everything, they have to be fought and defeated in every way. So if you got out there to help Trump get elected, that's just the beginning. Now you continue the fight to make sure not only that a Republican replaces Trump in 2028, but to make sure you have a Republican governor and you have a Republican senator and congressman. And at the state, in your state, you have a Republican state senator and state assembly person. You have Republican mayor, council people, school board members. Okay? And when you're done with that, you start up organizations like Moms for Liberty and do things to keep the keep the community informed and to help when needed. That's it. We're in it, man. And if we're not in it to win it, then we might as well give up. But we can't do that for the sake of the kids and grandkids. Well, I've gone long, so that's it. I'm wrapping this up. Please subscribe to my Substack page. Click on the links that I'm putting in the description of the video. Please share this video. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next great American video. Adios, muchachos.